Hello, my name is Jenny Kaloisi and I am a journalist. And I was wondering, having here content providers, displays, manufacturers, and signal distributions and media players, how much do you talk to each other? How much do you consult each other or help each other when it comes to bringing the digital signage forwards on creativity, usage of displays, and content distribution?
Okay, that's a good question. So we were talking about competitors earlier. It's competition and co-opetition and partnerships and trade associations. I guess the fact that we've got 3 companies around the table here today on the panel shows you how much we do cooperate. But I mean, we have a lot of conferences, a lot of seminars. Harris,
we try to be proactive, I think, where we can, but you can't be everywhere all the time. So very often, it's always great when you see a particular project or opportunity, because that is something real that a problem to solve. But I mean, indeed, with the Christie tiles, I think we were one of 2 content management vendors that did the first testing and integration. I think a year ago at ISC last year, we were one of 2 that were driving the Christie tiles, because the way you needed to drive those to get the best out of them, needed some specific way of doing that, and we had a capability that we were able to do that and engage. We were fortunate that the location of the development groups were nearby, so that expedited things. But having a new product evolution, a reason, a show, in order to educate the wider market, led to us pushing forward to make sure that we could integrate. And obviously from that point of view, that allows us then to take that forward into a real business.
And Bob, I mean, well, Christie, you've been doing lots of things, open standards and driving different types of standards and industry bodies. It's part of your DNA, really, isn't it, as a business?
It absolutely is. I mean, I have to echo what Ian said about the cooperation with Harris, and we realized as we entered the out-of-home business, I mean, we were in it in a small way with projection, but with the microtiles, we could create lots of displays that nobody could play anything on. So we had to work with partners to do that, but not just partners from the playing side and the content management side, but partners on the creative side. We're now working with partners in education, as we talked about earlier in the general discussion about creating standards, creating tools and templates for education programs for new people to use this. So partnership is just what's necessary to make this happen.
I think one of the things that we touched on in the panel discussions earlier was that there's so much new stuff happening, whether it be interaction, active digital signage, passive digital signage, different types of screen stuff, infrastructure, content, scent, music. I think companies have to partner in order to be successful. And again, you guys probably choose best of breed in most areas, I suspect.
Absolutely. So often we're given a brief of, we want something amazing, can you help us? That's, so we have a number of project managers who are always attending exhibitions, talking to leading manufacturers. That's how we got talking with Christie earlier in the year, and just sat down and said, okay, this is what we want to do, what can you do? We're out there all the time looking for new innovation.
I think that's a great question. I think, as the industry matures, I think we'll probably see more cooperation and more partnerships. And a lot of this, with Chris's question earlier about competition, whether it be Intel or Microsoft or Cisco, we will compete and cooperate at the same time. And I think that's the sign of a mature industry. We've seen it before in music, we've seen it before in broadcast. So I think the same thing will happen.